So in this case, the Secretary General has been assigned to go to KZN to make sure that motion succeed. And we call on MKP to call Jacob Zuma to come to those negotiations, because the problem with MKP is that you talk to them, you agree. It takes weeks to come back and execute because they are still looking for Jacob Zuma, who's nowhere to be found. So if they are serious about that motion, Zuma must be part of the negotiations. Right from tonight, is it tomorrow, tonight, over the weekend, we are going to speak even to the ANC people. And we will speak to the ANC if he's prepared to talk to us formally. But if he's not talking to us formally, nothing stops us from going to speak to ANC individual members of legislature to speak to their conscience and do what is in the best interest of the people of KZN. The ANC's argument is they've deployed fools everywhere. I mean, look at Dr. What is his name? Sending Tlakaza of Ikuruleni. The guy is inherently stupid. He's a fool. He doesn't even deserve to be a chairperson of a burial society, because December we are likely not to get our groceries or monies if that one becomes a chairperson of a burial society. A fool driven by its ego, testosterone, and all manner of things that are not political. But because we agreed that where a party has got the majority should provide that mayor, we can't dictate to the ANC who they must put because they've got the majority. And that is one of the ANC policies and principles, by the way. The MKP has got the majority in KZN. The people of KZN gave you a signal. Whether there is capacity in MKP or not, I'm really not interested. Maybe the people of KZN love them foolish like that. But who am I to determine what the people of KZN want? They've spoken what they want. They've given us the direction, and we ought to respect that if we respect democracy. So more than anything, that is what inspires us as the EFF. And if the MKP gets in government and become corrupt and mismanage government of KZN, we are there to hold them accountable, to fight with them like we're doing with the president of South Africa. We're doing with the Premier of Gauteng and everywhere else. In Gauteng, the people still gave the ANC more numbers at what, 36%. That's why they provided the Premier. MKP is not 36%, it's 47%. It's not 36. It is democracy when 36 is ruling Gauteng. We allow that. But we refuse to allow democracy to rule KZN at 47%. That doesn't make us an MKP friends. We are not friends. Our relationship is still what it was yesterday. But we cannot go against the will of the people. At least respect the will of the people. It doesn't matter how much you disagree with those people in KZN. We'll continue to have a relationship with the royal family of Abatembu as a royal family recognized by our nation, by our people. Dalinja was politics as an individual, and if he's a member, is he a member? Did we check him on the system? If he's a member, he's no longer a member because he defined himself outside the organizational policy. He's not us who chased him away. If he's a member, he chased him away. So you have no business, none whatsoever, with being a member of the EFF. But do we require kings to be members of the EFF for us to have a relationship with the kingdom? No. Musizulu is not a member of the EFF. I was at his wedding. And if given opportunity, I will still go and eat meat with him. His membership is irrelevant because I have to respect and recognize the traditional leadership. As it were, actually, the kings should not be allowing themselves to join political parties. Because all of us belong to that royal house. So if I stand here and say we are fighting with Abatembu as a royal family and the kingdom, it means Vuyanu will have to choose between the EFF and Abatembu. And we cannot do that because of an individual political action of a king who decided to be completely out of order. The king of our temple is not a politically amateur individual. He's a trained soldier. He's from exile. He's politically trained. He understands very well the problem between Israel and Palestine. For whatever reason, he decided to do what he did. We completely disagree with that. And therefore, in our membership system, we will never have an individual who side with Israel. Never, ever. Remember, we're still fighting now for Parliament to implement a motion of no confidence, a motion passed by Parliament to close the Israeli embassy. Till to date, Ramaphosa pretend to be fighting Israel's genocide, yet the embassy of Israel is still open against a parliamentary motion that has passed. They do a domestic work of pretending to go to court and all of that. The real action will be to close this Israel. We're fighting. Whether you like it or not, we're fighting. There is a war going on. America is leading the charge for our position on Israel. What more are you scared of? Close the embassy of Israel. We cannot share a territory. We cannot share our land with murderers. Must never allow that and then pretend in international platforms as if we are with the victims and the children and women of Palestine. So that's where we are. So you see me tomorrow, Esmain, with Ndalinjab. Don't say, what is that thing they call us? Flip-flopping. Melenyathele. Kukumkan kahlele. Kukumkan. Because that's who we are. It doesn't matter how I feel about his political views. Don't get it twisted. So these ANC people who treat him badly because politically he doesn't agree with them, it's wrong. It shows political immaturity. Because whatever happens, recognize that kingdom and give it the respect it deserves. Some of the things he's doing, he's being pushed away because of the way he's being treated, but it's still not justifiable for what he did.